Okay, it's recording. So
first step is to email. I'll give you the email address, I'll write it down.
Email.
And you say, can you please withdraw me out of this unit, semester 1, on my behalf, okay? Then you can apply, this is later, because you've got a whole year to do it, withdrawal without academic penalty.
Yes.
Okay, and just put your supporting documentation, okay? So then you won't get any penalty. Okay.
I don't even mind paying the financial side.
It's fine. Yeah, I know. But you won't get any academic penalty. You just got to have the right documentation. But don't worry about that yet. You just send that email, okay? Okay? You're not getting kicked out of the course. You're in the course, okay?
The reason I left it so late was only because I was under the belief for a long time, after a bunch of consultations with Trish and other people, saying that if you're not studying if you withdraw from all your subjects, you get pulled from the course.
Well, you're not withdrawing from all your subjects, just one, aren't you?
But I'm not doing any of the subjects this semester.
How many subjects are you doing this semester?
2, and I withdrew from the first one ages ago.
Okay.
Before academic penalty, to lighten the load, thinking that if I held on to one, I could stay a student here, access services, and then I could just complete the unit if I just focused on that. And then I fractured my thumb. It's better now because it's been like 7 weeks.
Yeah.
But I couldn't type my assignments or anything. And instead of like applying for, I got the maximum extension I could get, but instead of like asking for help or doing anything about it, I just imploded. And I just stopped because everything I did stressed me out and overwhelmed me. I stopped going to work. I stopped trying to call the uni for help. I stopped everything. I just like didn't do anything at all.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've been doing that. And people have been reaching out, being like, "How are things going? Are you still?" And I'd be like, "I need help," and they'll be like, "All right, just talk to this person or do this," but then it never goes anywhere because I can't.
It's hard. It's hard to, yes. I know this will be a hard task to do because you're so overwhelmed. It's okay. You're going to send this email. It's going to be 1 sentence. Okay? And at the end, you can even quit, so you can got in writing, does this mean, but they told me upstairs, student services,
I've been told
that you will not be kicked out of the
very
course.
different things from everyone.
I know.
And several times that I've called the uni and been like, "Can I please talk to someone who knows the actual answer?" And I've looked through the policy myself, trying to see if maybe like if I read it I might understand it a bit better. But I can't find anything that gives me a definite response, and then I feel like I can't take an action unless I know what the outcome's gonna be. And so I wait, and then I wait until it's less overwhelming, because it's like it feels like a gamble otherwise, and I can't. Like, I'm so scared of losing it that I don't do anything.
It's okay.
And I guess
I know.
at this point, I saw Philip in a car park at Woolies when I was going to the chemist.
Yeah.
And I said, "I need to talk to you." And I explained my situation. I've moved house like 3 times in this semester. And like, I'm so not, there are like other life priorities that seem more pressing than sitting and doing the assignment, because it's like I need to unpack the things from the car that I'm borrowing so I can give it back. And that takes me like 24 hours because I get
overwhelmed.
Things like I need to go into settling to see if I can get some assistance, because I'm so overdrawn, and I'm borrowing money from people left, right, and center just to do basic things that like, and I can't access my email. I had to change my phone number because I was domestic violence, and he got done for unlawful stalking, and he was on everything, so he knew everywhere I was at any given moment. So I deleted my email without setting up, not deleted, he destroyed my devices anyway, so it was 2-factor authentication, and I didn't have my phone number anymore because I changed it.
Yeah.
They would not let me back into my emails to figure out anything, like centrelink, like of tax, anything
Okay.
uni wise.
You've
I
got a lot on
missed
your plate.
half the semester because I wasn't getting any emails. I forgot to tell uni that I changed, and I was not in a good enough way to present here to use the computers or the library here because I was embarrassed and ashamed. So
Well, let's just do this one thing. We can get that off your list and you can concentrate on other
so
things.
the
okay?
email is
I'll go get it for you. And when you feel ready, then you can come and see Philippe, okay? When you're ready.
he thought I could withdraw last week.
You can, but it's
Yep.
you can't. When
Do
you
it
try
on-
online, it's hard. You can't do it.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's hard. It's just got a lot on the plate and getting the run around. It's not good.
I also don't do a lot. I get like action paralysis, so it's not entirely external things' fault. There's like an internal level of just
I'm not the only one today that's come in feeling this way.
I'm trying to get help, like proper help, but I'm
But you're just too over. It's overwhelming.
and I'm caught between a bias of like I'm a registered health professional and I don't want to compromise anything or have anything kind of there on my record in terms of like whether or not this person has capacity for practice, like a mental illness that might, you know, because it doesn't, but it was the cumulative effect of a bunch of really awful things that kind of pushed this to the point of incapacitation.
Yeah.
I tried to see a doctor,
Yeah.
and she said, "Oh, it's my responsibility to report," and I'm like, I can't. Everything gets worse when I don't have income or a sense of purpose, which you get from meaningful employment, you know, in your career. So the way to get better also makes everything worse as well. It's like a vice. It's like a rock and a hard place.
So sorry.
That's all right.
I know you're going to get through this. You're an honours student. You got into honours.
Oh, that's it.
You just had a bad run.
The reason I panic so much is because it's taken me 10 years to get here, but all those times, like, I still wanted to hold on, and holding on back then showed me that you get there eventually, and so that's why I'm scared of losing it now. It's like, I'm like,
You're not going to lose it.
10 years of my life.
You're an honours student. You're not going to get kicked out.
But the issue is, it's not that they're kicked out, but the honours will be redundant if you don't get the grades to get into to the masters. Because that's what you do it all for. It's like you can't get the job that you want to help the people that you want to help without doing all these like really competitive, like there's such a bottleneck to it all.
I know. It's very hard. Do you know Emma Malone? Do you think you might want to have a chat to her about different paths?
I don't,
What you can do? This is not now,
yeah,
because it's too much now.
I don't want a different path, to be honest.
No, sorry, I should
Yeah.
have said different path, because because that's not what you want.
There, I did
But
talk
how-
to Philippe about it, and he
What'd he
said
say?
there really isn't that many. There's no other path really into clinical masters because it's competitive wherever you go,
Yeah.
unless you're willing to fork out for a private uni, where they might consider you otherwise if you're a full fee paying. You can do a PhD, but even doing a PhD doesn't make you more desirable for a clinical masters. They will still go off your honours GPA, and that's a really tough bottleneck because, you know, I feel like I have a lot to offer in terms of, like, my younger self was very unwell, but I was somewhat salvaged to a degree. But often when I was receiving psychological services, I would sit there and I would go, like, I don't think this person, like, gets it. They understand it enough from what I say, but they don't get it.
And you do.
And I was like, well, I guess if I can be in that same position, I'll find out whether, you know, it makes a difference. But two, like, I guess you get to see the perspective. You offer a 360 perspective of an issue from both the client and the professional that I feel like it's all worth something then.
Been through it, you know what to do. This is just a blip.
Yeah.
Well, it's a big blip and it's terrible, but let's just get you withdrawn and then you can concentrate on the other things.
What's your name, sorry?
Vanessa.
Thank you, Vanessa. Sorry, I didn't
write
ask.
down things for you to do.
Yes.
The main thing is just to send that email, please withdraw unit on my behalf. Maybe give them a reason, but that's it.
Yep.
You don't need to go into too much detail.
Yes.
And you can say you spoke to me. I'll write my name down. What's your name?
My name is Yas, Yasemin. Sorry, Yasmin.
Okay. If you run into any more trouble, come and see me. Michelle, she's here. She's great.
Thanks.
If
I
you want
should
to speak to someone, we can
I-
arrange that.
I should have been coming here, I think, more than I have, and I think getting to the end of the semester, I knew that I needed to not kind of try to access the help externally, because anytime you call the uni, kind of just, everyone's a little bit clueless as to who to send you to or who to talk to, or
Yeah, like you.
there, and I was never really up to, like, getting myself here, and then today I was just like, I was telling myself, like, oh, they're gonna close when I get there, I shouldn't leave, and I was like, no, just do it, just run. It doesn't matter if you're not wearing undies, doesn't matter, just get in the car.
That's right.
And then I was like running while, like, to get here, because I was like, I just need to do something in person today, like, yeah, I really appreciate that.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you so much.
Send us one email, okay? That's all I want
Yep.
you to do.